in a gold match. On Nepal. And he's the only tank. Which, in gold, if you're playing Diva,
maybe I'll do if on this point.
Probably pretty good.
Pull up the edge quite easily.
Well, yeah. Oh, they have 2 tanks now. It's an improvement. But they have 1 healer. They get another healer. Or do they need another healer? Because they have a Hanzo and a Doomfist, which are all reliable damage, you see. Alright, so I'm gonna try to focus on the basics with Schepter.
Because I don't think Mark really solo heal.
I think he'll be fine actually with 1 healer, but I don't know about the rest of the team. Especially Amar. Okay, good. He has a fly. I don't know how the rest of his team didn't die. Right now, to your right, why do I have an X? You're thinking about, oh, wow, okay. Okay. This guy? Super out of position, so I realize that you're low health, but you should be looking to go over there. And if you don't get healed within like super fast, you do actually need to go get a health pack to your left. So let's see how you attack it. Okay, I guess you're just protecting your team. That's fine. Okay, so because you're so low, clear this stuff. Because you're so low, getting on the point, you should have actually played shields and just worked to break their shields, and then, you know, and get healed up. Unfortunately, like, yeah, because you're not going to be effective and you're just going to be a baby diva out of a suit. However, there's a hog to farm off of and get another suit, but yeah, that's not guaranteed. So it's good that you shoot the shields. You don't need to worry about getting a pack right now. There you go, there you go.
Actually really good.
Let's keep farming off that hog. Okay. So you actually would have done better just being baby diva around your team there. Just simply because you would have still been healed, and yeah, this guy may have been trying to flank, but you would have had a higher chance of getting back in your suit. And just in general, it's good to just play around your team even if you are out of suit. Yeah, unless you know for sure like you will not get flanked, but I don't know, you'd only know that if, I don't know, the kill feed told you that.
I guess they didn't have enough.
One other thing, I think you have fly like on a toggle, like you hold fly and then you let go and then you stop. I personally like don't like that, and stop here and I'll tell you, or I'll show you why. And we'll go back to your video. 1 second.
I'm ready to win.
This feels loud. There. Okay, so this is my diva settings. This is all preference, but you know, make sure you have allied health bars on. I don't know if you have that. If you don't, you need it on everything. Like, you just go to all heroes, select that, save. I didn't notice if you had it or not, so it'll help you kind of do protecting a little easier, like, oh, you know. But this is the thing I was talking about, the whole boosters, make sure that's off. And that, I mean, I guess this is just preference, but here's why. So, a lot of times, like as Diva, you're gonna be flying around and you are gonna be doing shooting and you're gonna be doing rockets, and that's like a lot to think about and, you know, telling to stop. So instead, train yourself to stop intentionally by meleeing or hitting your shift again. So shift, hit shift again. And maybe you did that, I don't know. But, so just, yeah, just know you're going to be shooting, throwing rockets around, and matrixing all at the same time. And you need to not worry about accidentally letting go of shift and flying. So, that's just my reasoning for it. And everyone has their own reasonings, but that's just my opinion. So by the way, the combo with Diva, like say this is a low Zenyatta right here, and he's running away from you, or yeah. So we're gonna do fly and we're gonna do rockets all at the same time, and we're probably gonna do a little bit of this. So yeah, let's let this guy run away. And you're also gonna melee, so it's fly, melee, maybe some matrix if you think you need it, and your rockets. So, and then if you land on top of him, just throw that melee in there. It's extra 30 damage, easy, and you know it'll finish him off. And you do that with everything that like that's around 200 health. It's, or just anything in general. Like, you'll pretty much frag it. I forgot how much all of that damage equals to, but it's I'm pretty sure it's more than 200 damage, so I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I just know it because I do it a lot. Okay, so we'll go back to your thing. Oh, and Ferris too. Like, if you are the only one that could deal with the Pharah, you do that.
Oh damn, I tried to get out of there.
What another thing that you could do as a diva, and this is something like I try to keep in my head, is when you have an Orisa, you can try to save your rockets for when he pulls people. And I mean, it just kind of depends on the situation, but if you do that, you know, you may even, like, if it's a nice little Zenyatta, you could run into him and kill him really fast. So.
Okay, now let's push that speed down.
So, I'm gonna pause. To your right is an Anna. and you kind of like forgot about her, but you counter Anna's, and so you might as well be going after her. Like, you heard the sounds coming from your right side, and I would just forget about like all these things over here and just worry about that Anna, because she keeps all, you know, everyone alive. So if you ever see a support, just drop what you're doing and get on the supports, because you have your fly. You used your boosters on something else recently, not a support, and you have pretty much a full matrix. So, yeah, let's talk about target priorities, because you need to consciously have this in your head. Let me see where my notepad is. Hello, notepad. Oh, I've pinned. Okay. Target priority. This is like an in general thing, and it actually changes if you know that they have ults. So, in general, target priority. And then there's an ultimate target priority based on ultimates you have. You, meaning your team has. We'll talk about both of those. So, and then there's target priority due to characters on or members on your team. Okay, so so this means like on your team you have a soldier. Wait, hold on. You have a Pharah, or you have all tank lineup. So the in general target priority will always be supports, Zen first, or Anna, or just any of them. But you want the ones that do, you know, the most, like that counter your team the most. And Zenyatta will like always counter your team the most, because right now the meta is Zen and Mercy, and Zen keeps Mercy alive, and Zen takes your mobile tanks out of the picture, and squishies. Zen's actually really overpowered. So, yeah, so right now, the typical comp you'll have is Zen and Mercy. Or a Mercy and a Lucio, or well, it's typically just Mercy, and there's differences, but that's just like in general. All right, so then second, you'll do like DPS. I don't know. I almost put. See, the thing is that tanks enable DPS, so if they use abilities like jump, or like Winston uses jump, or Zarya used barriers, both, that's a really big deal. Another thing when you're talking about target priorities, that position. Yeah, so that's what I was talking about. Like, yesterday I was in a match, and this Winston jumped out of his way into my team. I don't know why, but he did. And that's like, whew, you have to get on that. And but yeah, this is like an in general thing, and I feel like in general, if you melt down tanks, you can kill their DPS easier. But obviously, it kind of depends. In my opinion, I like going after tanks first and then DPS, but sometimes DPS you need to go for first. Like, for example, if there's a Pharah, I generally like to ignore her until the end of the fight, unless like I'm D.Va and I'm the only one that can handle her, so I'll use like my abilities to push her away from the team so she can't actively shoot at the team. But it's like, it's really situational, and you could actually throw by doing that, and you just, yeah, so this is just my general thing. But yes, like, just watch for things to use abilities, and especially when tanks use their abilities, then you dive on them. But always, if you're targeting anything and you just see a support just out of the blue, just close to you as a D.Va, like, you gotta get on him, especially if you have your rockets and your matrix and your fly. You can't ignore that, and yeah, so I was just gonna say Pharah is sometimes the exception. Okay, so this is in general, and then I realize like you're in gold, but so target party actually changes if you have a Pharah on your team. And the thing is, you need to take out, like I said, still the Zen, and then you need to take out the hit scan. And the other is, say instead of a Pharah, this is if you have a Pharah. And then if you have a, God, what is it? If you have a Genji, if they have a McCree, you should take that out. And yeah. And then this is even more in depth, ultimate target priority based off of ults your team have. For example, if you know they have trance, you take out, well, you use your abilities as a team to force trance. So sometimes using a Winston ult to force out a trance is fine, because you know for a fact if you just jump in, and yes, you may be feeding some other ults, but you get one of the freaking best ults in the entire game out of the picture for a Winston ult that you could build up like pretty freaking fast. So I'd say it's definitely worth it. So so that's one example. And then you can team has blade. So you use after trance forced, or wait until next fight, whatever. So like, you do need to consciously think about all these things. So this is like in general, you don't, you know, you're about even, this is the beginning of the game. This is specialized target priority because of the lineup that you have on your team. And then this is like what you need to always be thinking of, you know, after the first fight and in the middle of fights. Like, for example, maybe you know Zarya is about to get grav, so you tell your team to dive her, for example. And another thing is, like, the other day my team ran a bunch of tanks, like quad tank, and I should have told them better this, but we need to focus the Reaper more. And then and Anna, because she was keeping everyone alive. So when you have that, like, you can't just let a Reaper who feeds off of tanks and keeps killing all of them just walk around and have a good time, you know? You just use your hog hook to pull him in, and matrix so that Anna can't kill him or heal him and kill him. And I did not explain that enough, and I kept calling to focus the Reaper, but it didn't happen as well as I'd like it to. So, anyways, so that's about it. We're gonna go back to this. Yeah, so don't ever leave supports out of your, like, if you ever just see one like that, Anna was 100% out of position. Clear this. Okay.
Nice, guys.
Okay, good. Always focus the shield as much as possible. So that cooldown that you use, whenever I use my cooldown to like start doing damage, and I know that I may not have team follow up, I always take height. And there's a height over here to your right. I would have flown up here and just put stuff, and then that way I could just drop down, and by that time I'll have an ability to fly back out if needed. So remember, if you don't have follow-up and there's height opportunity, always fly to height. And I know I'm getting like super in detail, but those are things that you have to consider when playing D.Va. As even in solo queue, because like if I was on a team, I'd be like, hey guys, let's move into them, they're down 2 or whatever. But I don't know if you would have that same reception in gold, so you probably should use height more to your advantage and farm your ult more, because your D.Va bomb right here, you pretty much want this every fight, and you can get it almost every fight if you just farm your ult up, because you're because this is a point-based control map, and you're gonna use your ult to basically, you wait till they use their cooldowns, and then you just kind of throw your ult, you know, up into the air or to the side where they can't escape. So, anyways, just, yeah, don't just fly in. You're actually feeding the Orisa ult and the Winston ult and the Mercy ults by flying in by yourself, and you don't want to do it for no reason unless you have the support to back you up. Sorry about my dog. And that Orisa obviously got left by his Mercy, who went behind you. Oh my god. I like it. I like it. You see people out of position, you're going for it. Okay, that bomb is not needed. So save. Okay, we're gonna talk about bombs though. D.Va bombs. When to use them. And this will be like pretty much your #1 rule. Is for the points. So either to capture or to stall. And this should be always in general. And the second, fancy throws, practice in custom games before, so you get a feel on how to throw them in the right position. So just do #1 like all the time until you can take the time to do this, and you'll win more games than not, because okay, so a throw, it takes like what, 2 seconds to throw it up in the air, so, and then it explodes, and then you get back into, I don't know, it's about 2 seconds, maybe 3, and so you stall the point for a good 2 seconds, and if you wait till you see some cooldowns happen and you on the other team, you'll more than likely get a few kills. So just do that. Don't just throw it.
I booped into your thing. I need help behind. I'm gonna die.
Okay, yeah, I like the cooldown to get back to your team, but you're diva and you're stalling the point, so you could do like some really cool flying around in circles, little zigzags. They can't hit you, they're in gold. And yeah, so I think you were good health too. We'll go back. Alright, but yeah, I would actually, yeah, that's what it is. A lot of divas, when they first start playing, they'll use their flies horizontally to like retreat out of danger, but instead use your fly upwards. That's like something you need to do more, is using your fly to go upper, and that way it causes their focus to be off your team in the back, and your healers know that you probably need that extra heal, and you can kind of have a better sight on what to do. However, when you are doing your fly up, just make sure you don't land too close to this, because they have a Doomfist and he'll just knock you off.
Doofus, would you mind swapping with me? Guys, push both that DPS.
Tanks both behind us.
Oh, see, you already have the Diva Fly combo now. That was nice. Except for somehow you got naded. I don't know. And subs. You keep forgetting about this Anna. You gotta like actively think about her position.
I'm off the edge.
Okay, so that was really good stuff. That's how you're supposed to do it. Except for remember to fly up more.
Just hold, guys, so we can get more time. That's Doomfist dead.
Okay, so, by the way, Diva ults. Let me go back here. So I know that you're worried about because you don't know where the Diva Bomb is, but the thing is, you actually do know where the Diva Bomb is. And I'll show you. I can't. Oh, there it is. This is it. This little sign right here, and it'll tell you if you're in danger. But if you're behind a wall, for some reason it doesn't turn yellow or something. But I think it's a bug or something. I don't know, but it should turn yellow when you're behind a wall. Or you're. I think it actually that's what it is. If you're not. I think it's based off of distance. So it turns yellow if you're out of distance, and then it's red if you're within distance to get it. I think that's how it works, but either way, just look at this and it actually follows the path of the bomb, so just keep an eye, and you could actually have moved up, and if this was like 99 versus 99, you definitely need to be up here. Okay. So you just saw that Winston use his cooldown. You need to punish him. So use your you just used your rockets, but you can still use your fly and um, and just normally shooting at him. So that Winston should not have that position at all. And I think you have a team with you, so. And wait, oh, there's a Doomfist to your left. Don't ignore him being on your team. Okay. You need to be the leader because you have a freaking slow Orisa. So again, try to take that high ground and make them look at you. So you're that way you kind of see what's going on around your team. You can protect if you need to. You can fly onto something later when you have your cooldown and stuff like that. So start paving the way for your team. And okay, see that's a good ult. I think you'll get that's good. That's what I'm talking about. The point ults. And they use their cooldowns.
Damn, the Kree got me. I'm gonna switch off to this here. I go. Oh yeah, sure, I'll go Massey.
You do need to be paying more attention to those orbs too, that your Orisa's throwing. As it's easy ult build up for you with your rockets.
Oh, that was a really good ult.
Even behind us.
Watch out from the Kree.
Yeah, there you go. You're focusing that Anna. I like it.
I'm dead. Nice picks. I mean, you definitely could hold this.
It's in the room.
There's only the tanks left.
Yeah, focus that Winston. Your Winston, like, whenever you see a Winston jump and you're D.Va, you destroy Winston. Like, so use your fly and your rockets and just get all up in his face and delete him. Because he, generally in gold, probably doesn't have a team remotely around him, so, I don't know. That's just my experience. And
Nice guys, good job.
I was in gold for a little bit because I tried to have a... God, what account was it? I tried to have a Doomfist only account and to play with my boyfriend, but that didn't work out. So, well, more as in I decided to just play all DPSs. So it's like not in gold anymore. I play a little bit more OB and probably diamonds.
Now we have 3 healers.
Wait, who wants the DPS? Do you want to, or should I? Lucia,
you go
do you want
Hanzo
to?
again.
I don't want to play
You
head.
wanna go
though.
Hanzo. But you're a
It's
god.
not a good character.
Oh, I like this guy. He's not a good character. Well, he could be a good character.
I'm just gonna try and be
Just
cool.
not on this map, maybe? Always be breaking those bubbles. That Mercy is out of position. Yep, go get that Mercy. Track her down. Perfect. Excellent. That was a good
I'll
job.
go McCree. Did they have fire? Or did they do?
So... I think you're
McCree.
the only one... You should really be using your Matrix when you're...
Well, I'll go with like
Okay,
fire.
I'm gonna pause. You should be using your Matrix when you're fighting an Ana, because she's got sleep, and then she's got her dart, and you don't want any. Oh, and then nades too. Like you counter Ana like 100%. You are counter. So pretty much you should think I'm the boss, especially if you have your Matrix and your fly and your rockets. Like you will kill her super easy. So use it and don't let her use any of her abilities onto any of your teammates, because You could matrix and shoot and do rockets, I think, with matrix up, so.
Actually kills us. Or me, you know.
Yeah, if Baron becomes...
Well, wait till it happens.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
They don't have another tank, they're running through DPS.
They're throwing now, that's why. They've actually
That was a good matrix.
Just keep the pressure on the net.
Good work. They have 2 healers. Oh no, they have... Oh, never mind. Got both their tanks done.
Yeah, I like using, like, when you know they aren't attacking, using my rockets like spam chokes. You'll build up some nice little charges if they're, you know, kind of grouped up, so.
I'm just trying to go behind them and try and get one of their healers. Got a healer. I'm dead. Mercy's rezzing on.
See, this could be a good ult. It could have been a good ult. But you should have known that they could have gone out pretty easily there. That's why, until you have like those throws down, just don't even go for that kind of thing, in my opinion. Just you save it for points.
Junkrat's 1. I might have got healed up.
What?
Kree's got ult. He's, right,
I thought he ulted before.
He's
I
got his
heard
ulti again.
I really need heals. Please heal me.
He's not alive at it, though. That's bad.
Oh, okay, what you just did there was actually really good. You flew into the Genji, but try to use your melee when doing it. That was actually really good. Although I don't know if you intentionally meant to do that, but if you did, that was really good. Nice job.
That was a Beyblade suck.
So just work on oh, what happens for okay, we're not gonna do that. Okay, so in general, what to work on, number one thing would be target focus, what we talked about earlier. So, and then the second thing is using your fly rocket matrix shoot ability into squishies more, like supports or Pharaohs or people or Winstons who use their cooldowns. Those are good examples, so just really anything that's used a cooldown. And then third, what's the third one? Sorry, I don't know if you guys can see this. Third one. Oh yeah, your fly-arounds. Or, wait, no, sorry, your bombs need to be used on point. And then your fourth thing is your fly to stall needs to have more verticality to it. And then an optional is practice the throws in custom games. Okay. And I'll show you some stuff on throws. Let me see if I can get some Overwatch open maps so I can practice some stuff. One second, my alarm's going off. Okay, so I'm gonna practice some throws on Gibraltar. Let's do that one. That one's pretty good. Okay, sorry, my dogs. No. Gibraltar. Oh, I forgot to do one thing.
Point Gibraltar.
Let's see. Heroes. There we go. General. Ability cooldown, ultimate, generation. We'll just put that up to that. Save.
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Alright, so let's... Okay, so for defense on payload, normally using your bombs to stall are the best. So we're gonna practice attack throws. I'm not saying that they're always bad, but I'm just trying to explain, like, in general. Okay, so where do enemies generally like holding? That's like the first thought they need to have. And so generally, if you have a bomb, they're probably not going to be up here, because they'll probably be like a soldier back here, probably a merc right here, so you, and maybe right about here. So technically, I think a good throw might be probably over this thing. Let's find out. That might be good if you know they're in the back, and so maybe you need to want it to be launched right about here. So let's try that again. Once I get it back. Used to put some bots in here. Oh, that works. Alright, so let's wait for the roadhogs. Get over here. Wait. They are in the game, right? Are they attacking roadhogs? They are. Oh my god, they need. Okay, 1 second.
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Roadhog. Heck, disabled. Like a breather, disabled. 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 Okay. Oh, wait, I don't want to say this. I think that should be it.
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar.
I'm going to win. Yeah. Part one.
Okay, we're dogs. Come follow me. Come in. Come on. There you go. Come on, road dogs. That's right. Keep following me. Alright, so we're gonna want them to come over this way. Alright. So now we're gonna try to throw bombs to hit them over that. So I think this would probably be the best way.
Nerf this.
Oh, it was not. I don't know where they went.
Now show them.
Okay, of course. They followed me. Alright, these bots. Oh my god. Alright.
Nerf this. Suiting up. Time to raise my DPS. Nerf this.
Another thing with like diva bombs is you need to try to use your body to block people. So I'm gonna wait till some spawn and I'll explain what I'm talking about on that.
Routing towards forward barrier.
So here's, let me see if this guy follows me. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get them close to a door.
Nerf this.
See, I'm body blocking them so he can't move, so I get 2 kills. So if you can do that to like a support or whatever, it's really big. Okay.
Nerf this.
Oh, that was bad. That is something I want to practice too. So there's a bomb where you just set it and then you can make it fall down. I think like Emong does it. Okay, I'm gonna go from up here. Do here.
Nerf this.
There you go.
All systems checked out.
See if I can do it again. Something that I do want to get better at. Oh, shit. Not sure if that one dropped or not. I think I need... Not sure. We're gonna have to place it. We got the tip. There we go, that's a lot better. Alright, I want to practice some over here, because you could have some really good bombs over here. And this is the spot where Iman did it, was right there. So that's not fast enough. I don't know how to get it down fast enough. That's better. Okay, so let's see. So another one is they're holding like this spot, or around here on this. Although the people on this game might duck inside these two places. The things on the ground, you do this. Maybe that's too far. If they have a Ryan, they could turn around. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Yeah, I definitely don't like the throw-up ones when there's a lot of stuff around corners. Yeah, I feel like it's best if you can throw it like that, and then you use your body to block something. It just kind of depends. That probably wouldn't be a good bomb. So my favorite though, like for bombs, are the third points. First is kind of tricky. There's a lot of little nooks, but here's like the golden spot. It's like right around here, because you have to walk really far to go here, and if you're not careful, you can't duck inside here. So let me see if I can get away from these guys. I think I just threw it on that. That could be good. That blew up on top. They could hide too much on that. That's too high. And it lands at the bridge. think I need to throw at a medium angle. That's too low. I don't like this position. I don't like it. Maybe I do need to throw it higher. That could be kind of good because it would fall off the bridge, but to get that consistently would be weird. Okay, well, that was about it. I haven't been looking at chat if anyone has said anything. Oops.
All systems checked out. Game on.
Ooh, that could be good, I think. Oh, that could be really good. I like that one.
Now show them.
Go to a different map.
All systems checked out. Time to raise my VPN. Nerf this.
Rain for your team today.
Nerf this.
Super Ninja. I'll stop the stream.